in all the time I've been making videos for YouTube. I've never done so many videos on the same topic in such a short space of time, because today, once again, I'm on Sydney Sweeney. Not literally on top of her, I imagine that's a very pleasant place to be, but I've never seen the progressive woke far left triggered like this. They are acting as if she's dug up the corpse of George Floyd, put said corpse on a private jet that's powered by burning fluffy animals. The jet's taken off with Just Stop Oil protesters still glued to it. Then she's landed in Gaza, dressed as the Grand Wizard of the KKK, and taken the corpse and used it to beat Palestinian children to death. Until very recently, I knew virtually nothing about the actress, but given that she's triggered the anti-everything brigade, she's rapidly becoming one of my favourite people in the world. Now, this is the lock screen on my phone, and the reason I've done that is that for me, it's nice to know that if I happen across some angry, blue-haired, non-binary they-them, just by checking my phone, there's a good chance that they'll explode.
Stop the ad! That is being racist! Stop the ad! That is being racist!
So that's Sydney being heckled in public for some adverts she did with clothing company American Eagle. Adverts that use a play on the word jeans. But now the woke mob are even more outraged because it transpires that Miss Sweeney is a registered Republican. Oh my God! Also, this clip from 2019 is doing the rounds on social media. Okay, so she's an attractive, well-stacked young woman who owns several Ford Mustangs, has driven a NASCAR, has conservative political views, and she can handle a gun. Be still, my throbbing love truncheon. It's no wonder the pronoun police can't stand her. She's everything good that they aren't.
The Sydney Sweeney ad, have you seen it?
Oh, yes, I have.
What are your thoughts?
Trying to calm myself, but that would, Sydney Sweeney has good really? Like, the eugenics in that, it's dripping with it, and I'm like, no.
When you saw it, what did you think of?
I mean, I thought, it was disgusting. I think it's just showing what kind of country we're turning into. It's white supremacy at the end of the day. That's what this ad is representing.
I didn't see it, but I have heard quite a bit about it, and a lot saying that it's slighted towards like eugenics and comparing the blue jeans to blue jeans. Blue blood, white hair, or not white hair, but like blonde hair, blue eyes, and there's been a lot of comparison to that. I think it's absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah, that's not a good...
Trying to calm myself, the eugenics. I bet until 2 weeks ago, most of the people we'll meet in this video had never heard the word eugenics and probably still don't know what it means. And there's no nice way to put this. None of those ladies were conventionally attractive or mentally stable. The lady wearing the keffiyeh, that she will think represents Palestine, but it doesn't, it's the wrong colour, is standing in front of a tent, and on it is a sign that says Smash Room. Now at first I thought, is that a place for impromptu intercourse? But no, then I realised it's a place for political lefties to hit things with sledgehammers because they can't control or express their emotions. And the pink head thing hasn't seen the adverts, but she's heard about them. So she hasn't even made her own mind up. She's just gone along with the echo chamber of what to be outraged by this week. The blue blood comment thing, though, in the UK, that's usually a reference to the royal family, of which Sydney Sweeney is not.
White woman, very cute, and a lot of the things she's been doing online have been a little bit questionable. It seems that she's definitely been, pandering to a certain group of men online.
I've seen parts of it, not the whole thing. I understand why people are offended. Whatever the intentions were, the impact is very problematic.
It's not acceptable to begin with, so.
Yeah. And I've been seeing a lot of people online being like, okay, well, if we ran the same ad with a black woman, it would be interpreted differently. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is that you know, a black woman probably wouldn't use the same inflection, and, you know, they didn't do that. So, you know, they can say what ifs all they want, but the fact of the matter is they used a white woman to send a very specific message.
What about you?
I definitely think if it were a black woman, it would send a different message. Specifically because that's the world that we've created, that we've grown up in, and so by specifically using a white person, it completely disregards everything that we've spent the last centuries working towards. And so
The shirt reads, "Bands off my body." Why is it always the ugly, completely unfuckable ones that are worried about their reproductive rights? And when we go back to Pinky, her comment, "My thoughts on it is." It's either "my thought on it is" or "my thoughts on it are." She can't even use basic English. And using a black woman would send a different message. Here's the thing. I'm guessing that if the same advert had a black woman, but she was saying, "Kill whitey, all white people should be gunned down in the streets," that lot would still applaud it. And sorry to be picky, but it's either "we've spent centuries" or "we've spent the last century," not "spent last centuries." The word last implies a singular. Fucking hell, Beyonce's let herself go. Oh no, sorry, that's Lizzo. In a clip I've had to mute so I don't get copyrighted. If American Eagle had run that advert, yes, all the they-thems would be very happy, but then American Eagle would be going broke in the very near future. And not because Lizzo is black, it's because clearly it would be done to appease the woke mob. Go woke, go broke.
Sydney Sweeney is definitely the Republican we thought she was. She is 100% the character she plays in Euphoria in real life, and it's not just because of this weird American Eagle ad that's giving overly sexualized Abercrombie & Fitch from the 1990s, early 2000s. It's also because of that weird post she had on her Instagram with her family in Trump and MAGA shirts. And y'all were like, "Oh no, it's a disconnect. It's not what it looks like, baby. If it clucks like a chicken, it's a chicken. If it Ku Kluxes like the Klan, then it's the Klan."
Wow, he was intimidating. I bet if he's in a relationship with a woman, she's the one wearing the strap on. No, don't lube up, darling. Go in raw. And do you mind if I call you Trevor? So, Sydney is a Republican and her family wore MAGA hats. I've said many times, I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump, but I would rather be around people in MAGA hats, thinking, oh, these guys are right-wing conservatives, as opposed to hanging around with someone in a t-shirt reading "Kill all TERFs," with badges explaining their pronouns, their social anxiety and their neurodivergence, whilst they wave a Palestinian flag screaming everyone's a Nazi.
We should have known Sydney Sweeney was a Republican because she's tacky as fuck. Like Dr. Squatch, American Eagle, Baskin Robbins, tacky brands to partner with. And then her partnering with like any and every brand that will have her, that's tacky, that's desperate. And when you see Sydney Sweeney at like red carpet events, premiere events, press junkets, she doesn't look like an A-list celebrity. She looks like a stoned prom queen. I mean, look at this Echo Valley dress, right? It's classic Hollywood glamour. And then Sydney Sweeney is in it with her tan line showing and a frizzy beach wave. And now partnering with American Eagle makes so much more sense because her whole vibe is hottest girl at the mall in a conservative town. She is Cassie from Euphoria. She is not escaping that in her branding. Like, this is actually really interesting because it's like she's not being typecast in her filmography. She has all of these opportunities, all of these roles, but she's like typecasting herself in her brand deals, in her public persona. I mean, I would feel bad for her, but she's a Republican, so who gives a fuck?
Yay! Oversized, unsightly glasses and no camera control. We know what she's going to say before she's even opened her tubby little mouth. Oh, Sydney Sweeney, she teams up with lots of different brands. Yes, that is called advertising, and for doing so, she will have been paid a shitload of money. And the issue that Miss Sweeney is wearing a dress whilst showing tan lines. To me, that just says she hasn't been for a full body spray tan or spent hours in makeup. She looks like a woman. And the far left cannot handle this, that a conventionally beautiful woman is found attractive Because to them to be attractive, you need a stupid haircut and 100 weight of metal in your face. And the comment, the hottest girl in a conservative town. That's the fucking point. She has that girl next door quality. She hasn't made herself hideously ugly like some of the people we've seen, nor has she had a shitload of Botox and plastic surgery, and the more that the screamy people hate her, the more popular she's going to get. So, why would anyone find that woman attractive? Yes, she's very pretty. Also, let's be blunt, look at the calcium cannons on that. I hope this story keeps running and running because it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you could leave a like, a comment or share the video, that really helps with the algorithm. If you would like to support me in making these videos, and thank you to everyone who's done so already, there are links in the description to my Patreon and to buy me a coffee, and as ever, thanks for watching. In all the time I've been making videos for YouTube, and I've been doing it for years, but people have only really been watching them for about the last 2 or 3, fuck it. Do you remember when Bud Light teamed up with Diddle Mulvaney, and overnight the company had... fuck it. Do you remember when Bud Light teamed up with fucking hell. Do you remember when Bud Light teamed up with Diddle Mulvaney, and in doing so, they lost around $300 million overnight? The American Eagle adverts with Sydney Sweeney, they're the opposite of that. It's eugenics. What does eugenics mean? You're a fascist. Fuck me, Beyonce's let herself go. Oh no, sorry, that was Lizzo. So Lizzo's actually lost a lot of weight. I'm guessing around 1/4 of a ton. American Eagle put a white woman in one of its adverts in a predominantly white country. Not everything has to look like a fucking Netflix show. So, why would anyone find... Fuck it.